Hello everyone, I am Will, and welcome back to my playthrough of Dark Souls 2, Skull the First Sin, here in New Game Plus. Last we left off, we finished up the Forest of the Fallen Giants, We checked out the 3 soldier doors that we got from the key we got from the last giant. I think we started off at the soldier door leading to the Pursuer's boss arena. Because we already took care of him at that little platform towards the shortcut to Melentia. He doesn't show up in his arena. Yeah, so we already killed him before. The only real change up there is there's a Red Phantom soldier up the staircase leading up to the arena. And I think one of the pickups just outside the arena has old Radiant Life Gems instead of, I think, regular Life Gems, I believe. But, yeah. I think those are the only 2 changes. The one soldier guy is not that much of a change unless you just kind of rush up there. But we aggroed the Royal Swordsman's, the one down below and the one up on the stairs, aggroed them both, so the Red Phantom soldier wasn't much of an issue because it was just him. So we took care of him pretty good. So we threw the Pursuer arena, dropped down to grab the Drangelic armor set, weapon and shield. Then we made our way to the soldier door towards the King's Gate. The big change there is that there are now 2 Red Phantom NPCs, guarding as well as the CN Knight. So we kind of lured the two NPC enemies. They aggroed together, so so we basically ran back towards. I'm trying to remember what to call it. I basically just ran backwards till I had like a space where I could kind of kite them around, just so I could pick them off one at a time. One of the NPCs was he wore the knight armor set, had the Hade sword, dagger in his offhands. The other one I had, I believe, the CN armor set, I believe. The Mastodon great shield, and I think I had great sword. So we took care of him first, because he had the heavy armor and he wasn't really gonna flinch from our spear pokes. So we dealt with him first. Luckily, they didn't do that much damage to us, but it was still hurt. But so we took care of him first, then we took care of the Knight guy. As far as I know, they don't respawn. The Knight guy was kind enough to drop his gauntlets for us and upgraded to +5. So we went back to the King's Door, grabbed the Grand Lance, the Amber Herbs from the chest, and we took care of the CN Knights. And then we went to the last soldier door that was in the dark hallway with the skeletons. We summoned Ruined Alphys, just cause. I was hoping to have him last long enough so we could take on Armorer Dennis. But once you cross that little threshold where Armorer Dennis invades, Ruined Alphys' mission is considered complete. So he left. But for the most part, the area is the same. There was an additional Red Phantom ironclad that kind of spawns in as you try to make your way over to the side where Armorer Dennis invades. So he just kind of pops in, takes a few swings, but he's not too bad. Not too bad. Ruined Alphys did help take aggro because we were, did kind of get surrounded by ironclads at one point, but luckily Ruined Alphys is a little tanky boy, and he took some aggro, so he helped us out. And then we took on Armorer Dennis, and another Red Phantom NPC spawned. I heard him spawn, but I didn't know where he spawned from. So when I was going back to pick up the various loot around the area, he kind of followed me around, and I didn't really notice until he was climbing up a ladder behind us. And he was a Red Phantom NPC that had the Katarina set. He wore the Katarina armor set. I think he had a bastard sword, I believe. Or a sword of some sort. But in the original release of Dark Souls 2, he was your only possible source of getting the Katarina set. Yep. Non-respawning Red Phantom NPC. Yep. But luckily with the DLC, they added it throughout the DLC, so you don't have to farm him for it anymore. But yep, he was the only source. So, took care of him. Grabbed the seed of a tree of a giant, the leather set as well, hit the bonfire, and then we went off to the Hades Tower of Flame. Yep, kind of ran through that place. The only real difference was I think there was two more old knights with the maces, and there was another one, the first new edition, the first one was at about like halfway, the little junction between where you go right towards the Dragon Rider or left towards the old Dragon Slayer, that little like combat arena. Yeah, he was there. He attacks with the greatsword guy, so yeah, so that made that little fight a bit more interesting. Luckily we had our great lightning spears and we could kind of like kite them backwards, so yep, dealt with him. The other new addition was another knight great mace person along the way to the Dragon Rider. Yep. And as well as a Red Phantom NPC. Yep. This time he had the Executioner set and Lance, so he just kind of popped in like the Ironclad. He pops in just outside the Dragon Rider arena. Yeah, so if you're not paying attention, he could sneak up on you and backstab you, so just be careful about him. Yep, so we switched over to our spear, took care of him, took care of the other knight guy, took care of the Hades Knight guarding the chest, summoned Masterless Glencore, used him kind of as like a distraction, almost support guy to make our way to the old Dragon Slayer. Took care of the Hades Knights along the way. The old knights. I think there's another old knight with a mace guarding the stairs up towards the dragon. I think that's a new addition as well. And then on the way to the old Dragon Slayer, there were 3 more Red Phantom NPCs. Yep. They're the Blue Sentinel, like Targray type NPCs. They have his armor set, his weapon, his shields. Yep. There's one at the top of the stairs leading towards the dragon. He made getting to the dragon a bit more tricky because the dragon aggroes once you get to the top of the stairs. So, or the dragon wakes up anyway. But luckily for us, the dragon kind of bugged out. It didn't face the proper way it was supposed to. Instead, it breathed the fire out to like nothing. Yeah, so we got lucky. We got really lucky. And so we crossed the bridge, took care of the dragon, lowered the drawbridge. At the top of the drawbridge were 2 more Red Phantom, Blue Sentinel, Targray enemies. Yeah. Luckily they're not leashed together, so we used our arrows to get one's attention and then the other. Grabbed effigies. Well, had to drop an effigy to get the 5 from the chest. So yeah, I didn't realize I was carrying like 95 on us. Yeah, so I ended up stashing some in the box. And then we took on the old Dragon Slayer with Masterless Glencore. Not a bad fight. I let Glencore get the final hit on him. Got his soul, his Leo ring, checked in with Targray, hit the bonfire, grabbed the shields from the chest and something from the other one. And then I ran back to the Dragon Rider fight, took him on. Wasn't too bad. I think he just drops his soul item this time around. Yeah, I don't think he dropped anything else. Not that I remember. I think it was just the Dragon Rider soul. And then I went upstairs, talked to Lycia. She gave us her stuff because we have over 30 faith. Did the little pathway to here. Nothing really new along there. You know, beat the CN Knight, grab the sublime bone dust, the basilisk, some soldiers. Yeah, the usual. Nothing new in that little passageway. Yep, and then we ended it here, just outside No Man's Wharf. Yep. Made a lot of progress. Good. Yeah, the early game here is going to be pretty quick because we're really powerful, so we can kill enemies in like 1 to 2 hits. So the only challenge is the additional Red Phantom enemies who are a bit beefier, as well as any Red Phantom NPCs we have to deal with. But other than that, it's pretty smooth sailing so far. Knock on wood. But yep. And between episodes, I didn't really do anything. So all that stuff, yeah, I didn't really do anything. All I did was just change out my weapon, armor, and spells, and that's about it. Yep. And today we're just gonna take on No Man's Wharf, and maybe the back part of the Lost Bastille. We'll see. We'll see. Depends on how quickly we get through No Man's Wharf. But yep. And our equipment for today, at least starting out, I probably will change this once we get to the Dark Stalkers up top. But for now, I'm going to try my Zweihander, plus 10. Yep. I like this Zweihander. It's the only ultra great sword I have that I actually upgraded. So it is. I thought it'd be mostly dex scaling, but it is mostly strength scaling here in Dark Souls 2. I think in the other Souls games it's a mainly dex greatsword, but not here. Mostly strength. So I have the Zweihander plus 10. We got our Pyromancy Flame plus 10. Do have some Pyromancies again just for the Dark Stalkers mainly, but the King's Shield plus 5, Lightning Chime. I do have a heal spell on me, just cause, I guess. I don't know. I have life gems for days, but I like my healing. Calanthy Ring plus 1, Ring of Blades, Strength Ring. Again, this just boosts mainly for damage, really. And Soldier Ring, just for lighter equip load. Yeah, because otherwise it'd be almost 60. Oh, hold on. Yeah, otherwise it'd be about 60-ish, so I don't really need a stone ring, not with this ultra great sword, but I could go like defense. Yeah, I'll go defense. If I have to, I will change this back out, but yep. I have my Hexer Hood for more spell casts, Watcher Armor, Lois, Gauntlets, and Greaves. Yep. These two provide a small passive HP regen on female characters. Yep. If you have a female character, these things will provide HP regen. It's not much. It's barely anything really, but it's something. So it's just nice to have. Little interesting little touch. Yeah, 'cause I don't think it says it in the description. Yeah, but it is there. The top left, the red arrow up is the health regen. So, yep. I have flask, life gems, charcoal pine resin because I might keep the great sword with the stalkers. I don't know. Feather, arrows. Though I don't have the bow of want, but yeah. I have 2 Grey Fireballs, 2 Flame Swaths, and Soothing Sunlight. Yep. Here are my stats. Should be about the same as last time. 33 Strength because we have the Strength Ring, but other than that, oh, and Faith Intelligence plus 1 because of the Hexer Hood. Alright. Alright. I think we rambled on long enough. Shall we get this show on the road? Yeah, let's get the show on the road. Alright. Yeah, the first thing we're going to have to deal with is dogs. No Man's Wharf. Let me get my torch. I want to at least light the first sconce so it's like there, because this place is pretty cool once it's all lit up. But yeah, I'm not gonna have my torch out all the time, but yes, you can attack with it with the L2. It's not very strong, but you can attack with it. Yeah. What? He's like burning. It had like a little burning effect on him. Wow, that's pretty cool. Yeah, let's go this way. Don't forget the guy hanging off the ledge. There, I get smacked. Nope. Stamina back. Yeah, my main concern is bouncing off walls and such. That's gonna be my main concern with the Zweihander. But right. I think there's another dog around somewhere. Oh, you actually came down. Ow. Go. Bam. Yep. Ooh, Brangian sword. Nice. Yeah, another thing I like about this Zweihander is the two-handed strong attack is a thrust. So that's really good. It's very nice for like little enclosed spots. Or enclosed spaces, I mean. So proud knights. There's the chest. Not a mimic. Does not look trapped. Knight chunk. Yep, I think that was a shard in the new game, but now it's a chunk. Alright. That's good. Getting chunks every now and then definitely helps. So. Alright, let me hit this sconce here. Because I like lighting sconces. I wish this game had, what's the right word? A real-time display of your HP, just so I can show you that these gauntlets and greaves do provide HP regen, but I don't have something like that. Yeah, you're just gonna have to trust me that it does have HP regen. Alright, so I'm pretty sure this is where a red phantom spawns. Almost positive. But life gem soul item. Thank you. Alright. I can get used to the great sword. Especially when you knock enemies away like that. Nice. Foot soldier sword. Thank you. Boots. More stuff to sell to Gavlon. We like wheeling and dealing with our man Gavlon. Gavlon wheel, Gavlon deal. And we have... What's this? Pilgrim Belclair? Oh, Bradley of the Old Guard. Okay. No, Pilgrim Belclair. I think she has the whatchamacallit on her face. Alright. Dark Resins. I think that's the same. Could have sworn there was a red phantom down here. Ow. Sorry, sir. I'm just gonna have to. Ooh, 30 iron arrows. Thank you. Yeah. kill the hollow guy because he will mess up my target lock, and I don't want that to happen. Yeah. Last thing I need is for the target lock to target him when I have an enemy coming at me. Alright. I know there's a... You wake up. Come on. Oh, I forgot there's a dog to my left. I hear him. But I do like we're one-shotting enemies, so that's very nice. We love that. There's Lucatiel. Let's talk to her real quick. I will summon Lucatiel for this coming fight, and I will explain why later, but I will summon her for the Flexile Sentry.
What is it?
I'm here to say hi.
I don't know you.
I do know you.
You don't know me.
Well, you will know me.
Things are better that way.
Mm-hmm. Alright. Yeah, you already heard this. I'm just gonna rummage through it.
Well, don't. You are, well, don't hesitate.
Alright. She repeats. Effigies, thank you. Bam. Look at that damage. Alright, so... I always think there's a guy in that little doorway, but I know there's not. Alright, there's... Is that the only doggy dog? Let's see if I can't get its attention. There we go. I think there's another one, but I don't remember where. Cute. Alright, just gotta keep an eye out on my durability. Nothing up here still? Nope. Yep, this is a room with nothing in it. Yep. I figured Lucatiel will be up there, but nope. Alright, so let's head this way. Let's light these sconces up here. Because I feel like it. No, but again, this place is beautiful if you get all the sconces lit. Yeah, it is really nice looking. Although I don't think there's any real reason for it, it's just because it's cool. Alright, we're gonna get hit over here. Yeah, there's the other dog. Oop. Ah. You have a bit of control over your swings. The sound's coming from him. But yeah, the Ultra Great Swords, you have a bit of direction with your swings. You can kind of control where it goes. But another room with nothing in it. Huh. Oh. Go. Yeah, let's take care of this real quick. I think the cups. Trying to get the dog's attention first, but they don't want. They're not cooperating. All right, come on, dogs. Hey, am I gonna have to like run out here? Yes, I am. Now the only downside with the ultra great swords are the recovery times. Very, very long. Whoops. Sorry about that, dog. Yeah, so. Yeah, the only downside with the ultra great sword is that the recovery time, again, is pretty long. So it takes a while for you to recover from your swings. So if you're not killing the enemies in one hit, you're gonna get smacked. Why did you do that? I didn't even hit that way. Yeah. I might have to turn that option off. It is an option in settings where you can enable, what's the right word? I'm trying to remember what word they used. It's a... Hold on, let me find it. Is it in here? Auto target, no. Jump control. Oh, okay. I think it might be a different game. I know in Elden Ring it's an option, but oh, hello. Yeah, I did not press that way, so getting stun locked. I'm just gonna have to like switch. I might have to switch weapons. Like, yeah, I'm switching weapons. Oops. I'm switching weapons. It's based on your direction input where you're trying to walk. Like, you can swing like it's... But it's happening too often and it's going to get us killed. So I'm just going to get rid of it. Yes. Never mind. I mean, I like... It was fun with it, but that little... It's going to get us killed. He's upstairs. Right. Not a mimic. Doesn't look trapped. Thank you. Freaking set. Thank you. Because these Varangian guys, they hit multiple times. We don't have enough poise to resist them. But alright. Go. Repair powder shard. Cool. So it's just best to change out weapons and just not have to worry about it. Ring armor. There's our buddy Gavlon. Hey, open the door. Nope. He's too busy focusing on his drink. And I don't blame him. Nope. If you were surrounded by pirates, you'd be drinking too. Go. Alright. No, I think it's after the stalkers. Yeah, it's after the stalkers. Ooh. Regular armor. Don't mind if I do. Alright, so let us... go. Yeah, I know. You don't like it, you're down there. Some silky stone. Alright, I thought there was a sconce over there, but I guess not. Alright, so let's just go up. We have this one over here. Okay, I thought there was one. Alright, I know there's one to our left, but pretty good. Oh no, okay, it's right there, alright. That's what I'm looking for. My money's on a red phantom in there somewhere. Leggings. Again, this cave, I don't know what it's about. Maybe a spawn point for multiplayer? My first guess. Come on. I know you want to break the door. I'll do it for you, I guess. I was hoping that would stagger him, but... Or flinch him, I mean, but it did not. That drops. Alright. If I had to do it for him. Come on. I know you want to fall. There you go. Thank you. There is another one up there. Okay. Yep, use fire against these guys. Fire is your best element against them. Alright. Again, we have 2 chests. Not a mimic. I don't think you're trapped. I think your other one's trapped. Here's the great sword. Yep. This is not a mimic, but it is trapped. There we go. Silver talismans. Yep. Doing a quick check to make sure there's no invisible hollows in here. I don't think so, but yeah. Alright. This house is clean. Grab this. I was fully expecting a red phantom at some point, to be honest. Letting me down. I figured there'd be one like up there, and figured there'd be one like in that house, but I guess not. Also, I figured there'd be one in here, but nope. got your attention, I think. Oh, there's a sconce. I don't want to run all the way back, so fine, we'll use a flame butterfly here. Where are you? Where are you? There we go. Alright. I just want to make sure I remember right, because I think a iron arrow will ding the bell, which will cause it to the ship to come in. So you could, in theory, stand over there, aim it at the bell here, and cause it to come in. That is awesome. I wasn't 100% sure that was true. I remember doing it, but you don't have to come up here to ring the bell. You just have to do it down there. You can. Although you kind of have to come up here anyway to get on this side of that drawbridge, but still, that is awesome. That is awesome. So drop down. Gems, bone. Let's drop down again. At this point, we can put our put on the stone ring. Item, but I think there's stalkers down there. Yeah. 30 fire arrows. That was not where I was pointing at. Oh, can't go. Alright, it's stuck on the stairs. I wanted to. Right, you can backstab these guys, but wouldn't let me get behind them. I'm Mr. Varangian over here. Yeah. Alright. There he is. I was like, where is he? Thank you. Yeah, Mr. Shadow Guy. Oh, that's a drop down. I have to run all the way back to like that sconce, but I don't know if I will. There's the other shadow guy. Here, Mr. Shadow Guy. Thank you. Another room full of Varangians. He's dead. Ow. But not what I wanted. Just so I don't make that mistake again. Alright. Crystal Lizard. 2 shards, large shards. Still the same. A bunch of fading souls. Life gems, name of soldier, not a mimic. There's a soldier ring. This should be a fragrant branch of yore. Or is it in the other? Nope, there it is. Alright. Thank you. 7 throwing knives, butterflies. Thank you. Alright. Oh, yeah, body. Yeah, the bodies just kind of spawn in and they kind of fall to the ground. Oh, I thought I heard something. Alright. Not a mimic. Black fire bombs. Not a mimic. Three large shards. Nice. Rangian, goodbye. There we go. Our good buddy. Shortcut unlocked. There's a corpse, but no item. Yeah, I don't know what that's all about. I think there might have been an item there at the regular game, but I wonder what was there. Anyway, Mr. Gavlan, long time no see.
Who are you?
Claire.
I, Gavlan. Gavlan wheel, Gavlan deal. Gavlan wants soul. Many, many soul. What you want? With Gavlan, you wheel, you deal.
Yeah, we'll listen to Gavlan. Gavlan is awesome. Alright, so I'm going to sell a bunch of stuff. I will see you when I get back. Alright, I think that's all I'm going to do right now. Yep.
Gavlan. Gavlan. What? With Gav?
Yeah, I think his inventory is pretty much the same, but I don't really need anything from him. I kind of like stockpiled on a lot of stuff before we came new game, so. Alright. Many deals. Many thanks. Yep. Alright. There's Gavlon. Alright, so let us... Yeah, let's press forward. There's another robe. Quite disappointed. Figured there'd be more stuff. Unless it's on the ship. Most likely it's on the ship. And like red phantom enemies or whatnot, it's probably on the ship. Thank you. There might be some of these sconces over here. Got this one. This one. There's one I can't get to because it's a drop down, so we're... excuse me. Throw a little SOL on that one. This one. I think it's over here. Yeah, I think the last one I can't get to is up top. Yeah, I think we need to run all the way around to do it, but I can do that on my own time if I want to. Alright. So let us take care of this lovely gentleman. Off you go. We'll talk to Carillion, get him to move to Majula. Oh, there's a sconce up here. Alright. Forgot about that one. Sconce. Oh, there is a red phantom over there. I see it. It's behind the wheel. Yep, there it is. All right. Carillion?
Very well. No. Ah.
Yep, because of the band, because we have over 30 intelligence, I believe. You have nothing new for us. So I will buy these herbs. Don't care for that. And the sorceries we don't care for. Yeah, don't care for them. Alright.
Young pupil. Back already.
Ow.
One day my teachings will save you.
Ow, sir, that hurts. Let's take care of the guys on the boat. Because getting pot-shotted like that is not fun. Alright, you scoundrels. Ooh, my spear's gonna break. Never had that happen to me before. They're usually pretty good about not shooting me in the back. Yeah. Alright. That's an NPC enemy up there. Yep. He's got an interesting little loadout up there. You have twin blades, aura sets. And a ton of health. Stone Parma, aura set, stone twin blades. Your weapon and shield could be gotten from the what they're called. They're called, I think they're called the Stone Knights. They're on the pathway towards the Mirror Knight, or the Looking Glass Knight. That weapon and shield drops from them, so I wonder if he's one of them, which means that this ship is Vendrick's doing. I like that's nice little touch there. I wasn't sure if he was gonna stagger. There we go. All right, let's go talk to Carillion now. Get him to move to Majula. Didn't want him cleared out the ship so I can get pot shotted, but. Alright, Carillion. I'm coming. Hello, Carillion?
Back already? The forces of it. I saw. You but they are never. The forces it. I saw. You scroll, but they are never.
Alright, that should at least get him to move.
One day,
Yep, one day my teachings will save you, blah, 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 blah. Alright. Alright, so. Let us get that. Should be fine. I don't think this is needed anymore. Let's do that. Might as well. I mean, I don't think that amount of souls I'm going to get is not going to be enough to level up, but I'm just going to do it anyway. We got their old radiance. Let's use a repair powder. Alright. Alright, so I will summon Lucatiel. Yes. Not for a quest line, but because we're going to need another assistant in this coming boss fight. Because this boss fight is different from a new game. Don't fall off. Thank you. Yeah. The Flexile Sentry. In New Game Plus and beyond, the Flexile Sentry will get additional help. Yep. He gets 2 of those little shadow assassin people that we encountered before. The one with the claws that throw the daggers that they drop down from the ceiling. Yeah, there's going to be like 2 of them in the arena, as well as the Flexile Sentry. So having Lucatiel just to kind of help split aggro is definitely helpful. Otherwise, you're going to have to spend the first part of the fight focusing on the little shadow assassin people, and then take on the sentry. But by then, the water level had gotten up pretty high, and your movement's hindered a bit, and the Flexile Sentry will probably take you out. But alright, so yep, because we're in water, our defenses should be different. Yeah, high fire, low lightning, so having a lightning weapon will definitely help. Alright. Yeah, let's use our Claymore. Yeah, let's go Claymore. Yeah, alright. Alright, so the goal is just to focus on the shadows first, shadow assassins first, and then the boss. Alright. I think they join in immediately once you start. There they are. Alright. Not that bad. 2 hits. There we go. Yep, and they can drop their equipment as well, so. in a base Dark Souls, it was the only way to get their stuff. Oh, was from this fight, so. Ah, dodged a bit too late there. Right. How far does it heal? Oh, quite a ways, actually. Lucatiel got a bit of that. You can see her health go up. So we're contributing. There we go. Yeah. Alright. Flexile Sentry. Ooh. Alright. Yep. Other than the additional adds to the fight, these little shadow assassins, pretty straightforward. Yeah. It turned out it didn't really need Lucatiel's help, but why not? I mean, it makes our life easier. I say let's take it. Yeah, so luckily we got rid of these guys. They weren't quite as strong as I thought they would be, so we dealt with them pretty quickly. But yeah, again, in the original release, these guys here in New Game Plus was the only way to get their armor set and their weapons. Yep. So in order to get it in the additional release, you had to come in here, kill these guys, leave the fight, rinse and repeat. Yeah, because these guys will spawn again if you don't kill the sentry. So, yep. But luckily they were added in the base game, or not the base game, in new game outside of the boss arena, so you don't have to farm the boss for their equipment anymore. But yep. Yep, that is one change added to No Man's Wharf. Yeah, we're going to see that again. A few bosses are going to have additional adds. Yep. Flexile Sentry is one. The Lost Sinner is one. Don't ask me why, but they did. I think there's some more, but those are the two that stood out. All right. Should be the Pyromancy Flame and a Fireball. Yep. Can I Power Stance Pyromancy Flames? Nope. Alright. Because they don't have requirements. Yeah, so. Alright. Cannot Power Stance Pyromancy Flames, unfortunately. Alright. Let's hit the device and go off to the Lost Bastille. Alright. This is the Lost Bastille. Hopefully nothing crazy here in this first part. I want to keep going until we get to the bonfire. But, Rangian cuffs. Nice. Yes, we'll grab that item, so... Oh, Proud Knight, life gem. Again, I don't think there's anything else in here. Yep. Yep, nothing in here. Nope. Alright, so let's hit the elevator. Hopefully we can get to the item. That should be like over here. There it is. Scimitar repair powder. Alright. Alright, so let's go hit the bonfire and close out the episode. Insert elevator music here, or there, I guess. Alright. Lost Bastille. Hope there's no shenanigans on our way to the bonfire, but I wouldn't put it past FromSoft. I hear something. Bonfire lit. Take a quick rest. Alright. I hear moans of some sort. It's very soft, but it might just be like ambient sounds from the little cells we pass by. But, alright. And with that, I'll, call an episode. Yep. We did No Man's Wharf. Yep, New Game Plus. Very few changes. If there are, it'd be, changes in items. There was, I think, a tiny chunk where a shard should have been, and I think that was the biggest thing that stood out. Yeah, I can't really think of anything else that really stood out, but maybe some large shards instead of regular shards, but yeah. No red phantom enemies, nothing, no, yeah, just additional or a change in items, and that's the change in pickup items, and that's about it. I was fully expecting at least, a red phantom enemy here, a red phantom enemy there, but nope, just change in items. Yep. Yeah, so we ran through the wharf, lit as many sconces as I could. I think there's one left that I have to go light up, but Talked to Carillion, got his stuff. Hopefully it should be Majula now. Yep. And then we we summoned Lucatil, and then we took on the Flexile Sentry. And that boss fight is different in New Game Plus. Yep. Because there are 2 additional Shadow Assassin enemies in addition to the boss. And in New Game, it's just the Flexile Sentry, but New Game Plus, it's Flexile Sentry and Assassins. Yep, and again, in the base game, they were the only way to get their Shadow Assassin set and weapons, but yeah, luckily with the Scholar of the First Sin, they did add them in the New Game as regular enemies outside, so you don't have to go New Game Plus to farm them for their equipment. Yeah, because originally you had to enter the boss fight, Kill the shadow assassins, then drop what you wanted. You had to like quit out, leave the fight somehow, run back to the fight, kill the assassins again, and just rinse and repeat till you get all their stuff. Yeah, so. Also, there is a Red Phantom enemy in No Man's Wharf. There's one. Red Phantom NPC on the boat. Yep. He had the, I think the aura sets, the stone twin blade, and stone parma, or stone shield. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure he's a warrior or knight of Drangelic, I believe. Just based on his weapons, anyway. His weapon is shield. Yep. So there is a Red Phantom enemy. I forgot about him. He was on the boat. So, yep. But I'm pretty sure he doesn't respawn because he is a Red Phantom NPCs, and so far they haven't respawned. So that's pretty good. Pretty good. But yep. Beat up the Fluxile Sentry. Lucatil kind of helped. Well, she did help. She took aggro, which is nice. So we could, sit behind the sentry, beat him up, take care of his assistants. So we beat him up, got a soul item, got the other Piracy Flame, rode here to the Bastille, cleared out the first section of the Bastille up to the bonfire here, and that was it. That was it. Making progress, making progress. So next episode will be the Lost Bastille, at least as much of it as I can. I'll probably start at the Pursuer Arena, or start on the tower part. Yeah, the other side of the Bastille. Yeah, clear that section, and then make your way here, or come back here and then go forward. Yeah, so that is the plan. Not sure how much of it I'll actually be able to get to, but that is the plan. Yeah, next episode, Lost Bastille. But again, that's for another episode, and I thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all next time.